Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping into the videos, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well. Excuse me. And let's jump into the charts. So let's start with, we are going to talk about two topics. The first one is to smash or try to smash once and for all the market cap bullshit. Yes. And then right after, we are going to take a look on very interesting things that are going to break as well, smash all that talk. Oh, this can happen, this won't happen. Oh, yeah, etc. Yeah. So let's start with it. And excuse me, guys, my throat is killing me. Please don't mind. So here we have on the bottom, and here we have Silly Joe. So Aldebaran, first I'm going to use the example, which is a classical example. I talked about this long ago, but yeah, so let me see if I have some skills here. Actually, I don't have it. uh, and here we have Silly Joe. Done. Just a second, please, folks. Believe it or not, this is important. Okay, I have no skills at all. Forgive me. But so, Aldebaran is the guy who is a retail. He has a retail store and he sells apples. And Silly Joe is the guy who have no idea about how to run such business. He doesn't work with apples. He doesn't buy or sell anything. He doesn't have a store. He doesn't participate in the market. So he's just silly guy throwing his opinion, backed by nothing, all day long, non-stop. So Aldebaran have a his store. He has, let's say, 50 billion apples, close to 50 billion. And excuse me, folks. And each single apple, the price right now, today, 29, it's $1 for each apple. Okay, so his total market cap or his market capitalization is worth $50 billion. And so what's the problem to look into the market capitalization or the total capitalization? There is no problem at all. But what people make this messed up, when they turn this into a problem, is when they try to call for targets based on fixed numbers. That's exactly how it is. Because the numbers can change, and so it will change the market capitalization. So for example, right here. So, and by the way, the store would have plenty of tables for all those apples. And yeah. So his total market capitalization right now, it's $50 billion. And Silly Joe will say, well, your capitalization will never reach $100 billion. And then Aldebar asks, why? And then Silly Joe say, well, because even if everybody buys all your apples, you still end up with $50 billion. Nobody is going to pay $2 for your apple. It's too expensive. It's outside the price range, so it doesn't make any sense. It is not going to happen. That's what they say. That's how they look at it. But what we have in economy, just a second. So we have economy, and then we have supply x demand. And around supply and demand, there is also many other things, many other fundamentals. So we are going to talk about only this one, okay? To make this very, very simple. For some people, this can be complicated, but we get it. Let's try to look into it to make this easier. And then people can make their research and look into more advanced things and etc. So, Aldebaran just loaded his store with fresh apples. So 50 billion apples just arrived to his store. A lot of trucks. And all the apples are there waiting to be sold. But Aldebaran's store is closed, right? The trucks arrived after the working time. So they arrived, they unloaded, the store is ready. But then Aldebaran receives a call which is telling him this. Hey Aldebaran, how are you doing? I'm fine. Blah, blah, blah. So we had a problem in the field. And the nest, what is the word? Sorry. English is not my native language, forgive me. So the nest load, the nest apples will only arrive after 15 days ahead of the schedule. And also the price will change because we had a problem in the field. By problem, we can say a earthquake, a tsunami, a hurricane, or a issue with insects, you know. So it will arrive, it will be more expensive next time. Or we can even add into this equation the fuel problem. If we have problems with petrol, the price of gas will go up. When the price of the logistic things go up, the end price of the products will go up as well to reflect the difference in price they are paying. So, knowing this, what Aldebaran is going to do, and not only Aldebaran, all the other folks in town that sell apples, they are going to raise price. And for the sake of this example, we are going to use the what I was talking about. Sorry, guys. The $2, $1 increase in price for this example. It could be any number. Doesn't change the macro of the thing. So 50 billion apples, and Aldebaran and all the other folks, because they're not fools. So why would Aldebaran sell for $1 or $1.50 if everybody's selling for $2? And why the others will sell for $1.75 if the others are going to sell for $2? Because look at this. Let's say we have 5 people selling apples, retail sellers, the front runners of the retail market. If a single one doesn't change the price, and I mean the $2 price, it keeps that price, and the others lower from 2 to 1.50, what is going to happen? All those other 4 folks are going to end up without any apples. They are going to sell everything. And then people will have to face what? The apples at $2. Otherwise, they won't have any apple, you know? So this is the logic, you know, the smart thinking One of the ways, one of the fundamentals. This is just very basic stuff. And so this is one of the reasons they don't try to make dumb moves. Doesn't make any sense, you know? So Aldebaran changed the price of each apple for $2. So right now, the market cap of Aldebaran just doubled without a single buyer, or in the market, a single buyer or seller. You see? So imagine the order book. Buyers and sellers, buying, selling, back and forth. And then the price starts to change just to reflect the index, because there is an index for everything. So if you look at, for example, Binance, Kraken, Bitstamp, Coinbase, a lot of times price will change without a single buyer or seller. It's just the script adjusting the order book. Price goes up, then the order book will adjust itself. It doesn't need a buyer or seller. And this is what these folks can't understand. And one of the reasons, first, they don't understand the macro and micro of economy. And also they don't understand how the market works because they don't participate in the market. So it's kind of a you have to do to understand, because if you don't, you won't understand. You know, there's only two ways. So right now, the total market capitalization of Aldebaran apples just doubled to $100 billion from $50 billion. And this is just a simple example, okay? And I really hope those silly folks don't try to play, to make silly questions, you know, about this, because you guys get it. It's just a single example to smash all this nonsense talk. And now we are going to take a look on ODL against the market cap bullshit. So here we have Ripple, ODL. Here we have volume, which stands for payments, and transactions. Yeah. And right below it, what we have? XRP coins. And here on the side, what we have? Just a second. It's Silly Joe. What is his argument? One off is XRP can't reach 50, 100, $1,000 because the market crap. La 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 la. It's always based on broken fundamentals and etc. So more things that we have here. Circulating supply. It's around 47, 48 billions, if I'm not wrong. But let's use a round number. 50 billion coins. Oh, there is also another thing, which is, let's use the partners liquidity. And then we are going to talk about this. So, how the ODL works. let's say a dude in the United States wants to send $1,000 to his friend on Japan. So this guy will go to a partner and he's going to send the money. How the process works? These $1,000 are going to buy $1,000 worth XRP, let's say at $1. And then this $1,000 will be sold by the Japanese yen for the same $1. And then the guy in Japan get his money. So this is the basics about it. But now let's look on the things that they don't talk about, they don't understand, and they never mention it, which is crazy, by the way. So when we talk about small numbers, we are talking about two things. A small number of coins moving to make the transaction or the payment, and the price that is not going to change because we buy for $1, we sell for $1. How price can change, right? But now comes the secret. Now is we are going to talk about the key about this, which is imagine institutions or banks or big companies or the remittance companies, whatever, you name it. They will send small amounts of money, but they also will send large amounts of money. And so what happens here? So when people send small amounts, a small number of coins can fulfill that payment or transaction. But now imagine if we have orders in multiple millions. So for example, $500 million, $100 million, $700 million, or $5 billion, $20 billion, which we know it's small, it's very conservative. When we start to talk about a large amount of money moving, what is going to happen? If XRP price is too low, we will need a lot of coins to fulfill that payment, that transaction, which brings a problem related to the partner's liquidity. So for example, let's say Bitstamp. Let's say Bitstamp have a 5 billion coins in custody with the ODL partner, you know. Now imagine the XRP price right now is $1. Imagine a payment, excuse me, or a transfer in the order of $10 billion. What is going to happen? Bitstamp doesn't have the amount, the total number of coins to make that transaction happen. And now imagine a much bigger payment or transaction, let's say $50 billion. And we have 50 billion coins in circulation. So it would be necessary to wipe out everybody, all the partners, all the exchanges, all the holders, all the coins that were lost to fulfill that transaction, that payment. So that's not going to happen. That's not how it works. In order for the partners and the whole ecosystem around it to work perfectly, what must happen? XRP price must go up. So now imagine this. Imagine right now XRP is trading at 138, and one big order comes out, and let's say it buys a lot of coins and wipe the order book, which is going to have a wave reflect on the whole market because there is an index and all the order books will follow that index. So a single move in a single partner can change the whole market behavior. So they are going to pay for a premium because it's going to pay more and more and more and more to fulfill that order. to end up delivering less money in the other side. Can you see? So this is one of the reasons it is not going to happen. XRP at higher price need less coins to hold or move the market because only big whales have a large sum of coins. And the large whales are who? We have a very small number of people involved holding coins. Then we have the exchanges. Then we have the ODL partners. Then we have the ecosystem folks, you know, for example, let's say the Spark people working. Then we have people on Kava working, and many other projects around XRP, which XRPL is a living ecosystem. Things are developed around what? Bitcoin? No, around XRP. So, and also the coins are used for development in other sides of the things that are not related to the ODL. So imagine it would be necessary to wipe out, to drain all those coins from all the ecosystem to fulfill a single payment or transaction, which doesn't make any sense. So in order to understand this, the ODL must be fully comprehended, sorry, forgive me. And which is one of the things the haters, the maxis, and the market cappers, they never research about. That's why they keep hating, keep not understanding, and keep making silly jokes and silly comments about it. By the way, who am I to say that Shane Ellis' theory it's correct? I am a nobody. What I can say is that I agree with the sorry guys, which I agree with his idea because when we run the numbers, when we make our research, our tests, our method, when we work the numbers, we can see the things that he talked about back in the day there. So there is no magic, there is no market cap. Is a question about supply and demand. If we have multiple sums of multiple value, we need XRP at a higher price to fulfill all those payment transactions. It is what it is. Okay? So of course, there is much more things involved here. This is only a superficial idea. My thoughts about this, my 2 cents. And from here, you guys can do your research. From here, you have ammo to fight all this nonsense about the market cap. And right now, we are going to talk about 23 minutes already. So right now, we are going to talk about the naysayers. People who say this can happen, this won't happen, la 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 la, all this bullshit. And we are also have another view about the market cap nonsense and stuff. So let's jump into it. So this is the Tesla chart. Okay. Which by the way is fantastic. If you guys remember, are aware, some of you are understood. This is also related to Elliott waves. Here we have the early stages, the early beginning, or let's say the first wave. And then we have the battle of midway, or let's say the intermediary stage, and now we have a top. So why we can consider this a top? Why? If we look into Elliott waves, let me see where is the two. Oh, right here. So why some people, actually the majority, they don't know how to count, how to measure, how to read the Elliott waves. Most of them try to do this in a completely weird and nonsense way. This tool was created to measure something that already happened, not something that is going to happen. So for example, let's say price is here. Okay. So what they do? They grab the line, do this, and then this, and then this, and this, and say, well, this is going to happen. This is our targets. Very dangerous approach, folks. Very dangerous. So this is our targets because here we have the zigzag bullshit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and here's the target, and then the target, whatever, you know, that's it. This is a nonsense and misuse of the Elliott waves too. Some tools are to trade. Other tools are to measure, not to predict. There is no such a thing to predict anything. So for example, when we have a trading setup and when we have things clear, we can make calls because we know the outcomes based on patterns. Targets, real targets. The targets we use to trade, the targets we use to move, make things, and etc. How they happen? Targets are given by math. Math are given by clear structures. When we have clear structures, we have clear targets. But unfortunately, we have the challenge group. The people who say, well, if you are a kind of big deal, you are going to tell me what is the target. That is not how it happens. So people just want you to say something, just bring something, whatever it is, even if you are wrong. So they will take note and wait. Oh, this guy's probably wrong, and if he is wrong, I am going to say he's a shit. That's what they want. Because even if you are right, and even if you've been right many, many times, dozens of times, they don't care because those people are not grateful. So they are always looking for a reason to rage and to bash people, you know. It is what it is. But I don't want to talk about Elliott. I'm just showing you this because it's relevant. We are here. And by the way, if you zoom in 4 hours or 1 hour, you are going to see a bear flag here. I just saw this. I wasn't looking at the Tesla chart. But okay, just 50 cents. And so this would be the upper section, which makes sense after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like this approach of A, B, C, zigzag, A, Z, whoa, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. I don't like it because it's used to measure something that already happened. When we are using Elliott to trade, we need that thing at that moment, if possible. If it is not there, we can do anything. But if it's there, we can see it and validate the idea, we trade it. That's how it works. But again, those people, they don't trade. So they don't participate in the market. They have no idea. So for example, why people such as, I won't name it, but you guys know, you guys are aware. Why they keep making videos after videos with broken fundamentals? Because they are not trying to make a living or making profits or trading from their own ideas. So the thing doesn't work. If they don't practice their own thing, how they can end up by knowing the thing doesn't work is not valid. So the only logical explanation is they don't trade at all, they don't participate in it. If you pick a broken idea and try to trade, you will see it doesn't work. You will have to look for something else or think, well, something is wrong here. I will have to change my approach. But when someone step in and say, Fox, stop it, just stop. It's wrong. It's not valid. What they will say? You have no idea what you are talking about. You have no idea. You are wrong. And then they're going to block you. And then the cult followers, which is blind people, because if a folk is sharing something that is completely wrong from A to Z, There is no valid fundamental. There is no technical evidence for that. And people who are falling praise that guy for that. It's because they have no clue at all. So they don't trade as well. So they just buy and hope. Oh, they want to push the buy button and hope the thing goes straight for the moon. That's how it works, folks. You guys know it. I don't have to tell you. You guys know it better. You know? So now let's jump into the thing that I want to talk about, the naysayers. This is never going to happen. And then we are going to take a look first on the one example on stocks and then one example on the crypto. So let's go. Maybe a few examples, still 30 minutes. And here we are also, sorry folks, just a second please. Oh, so here we are also going to take a look on the Fibonacci extension tool, which it's been popular now. People are making predictions and calling for, everything. And there's a popular guy who who used it in a micro scale and said, "Whoa, XRP just hit the target and the thing works and you can sit here." We can do this back and forth all along the inside 5, 15, 30, 1 hour. The thing is going to hit back and forth, up and down, up and down. So again, folks, remember this. The extension 2 is used to measure things, not to call out targets. One clear example, just ask that guys that are using this tool to make predictions and say, what next? What happens after? They won't be able to explain because they don't know. But after I started to talk about this and that I mentioned this, made this clear, like in the past, they're not going to give the credits and they will change the narrative. You guys will see it very soon. So let's use it and let's take a look on the thing. So just a second, the screen's far, far away from my eyes. Oh, we have targets. Oh, folks, that's not how it works. So for example, imagine people who bought, just for this, the sake of this example, who bought here back in the day, which we had a clear bullish perspective, a bull trend. And imagine people who would be following their advice. And so that, if I'm not wrong, they were tagging this range right here. This range give us $50, close to it. Imagine they're selling at $50. Just a second. Okay, close to here. Remember, this is the log scale, and things that are savage here are wild. I like to use it because I can see the price behavior properly, and also the tool I developed work best. Actually works 100% better than on non-log charts. So the best way to properly analyze price behavior is on log scale charts. So back to our example, people will say, whoa, this is amazing. Oh, and here we have what? The exit plan. You know, having an exit plan in a bull run in a asset that is bullish, that has no clear sign of bearish activity, it's a big mistake. Just like they are calling for 10, 20, 13, 30 targets for XRP. Very, very dangerous approach. And so here we had the exit plan. Whoa. Well, and then the guy sold at $50. $50. So let's say even if the guy still with 20% left or 25, it's still a bad deal. It's still a dumb move. This is the whole point. If you can make 100% multiples on top of it, why to make only 25, 20%? Doesn't make sense, folks. Of course, it's always wise to have a strategy, but based on a smart move, not on a dumb move. Then they are out at 50. And then the things go up and they start to, oh my God, it's going up. Well, will this keep going up? Are we going down? What if I buy here and we go down? And then the guy jump here and buy, afraid, the FOMO, to miss out. And then we go for a lower high, another lower high, another lower high, and then bang. And the guy will have to sell because he don't want to lose his previous profits. And then, you know, this thing is going down. No problem. I'm okay. I'm fine. I have a lot of profits. I sold at 50. I'm good. And then, bang. Oh my God. What I did. Why I sold at 50? The thing is around at 180. It's 3 times above. What I do? What I do? I have to buy. I have to buy. And then, again, the guy will buy. Some of them will buy. Actually, never here. Never, folks. Only a few people, very few people, will buy the worst scenario, which is kind of not the worst, but yeah. Most of them will jump in on FOMO. And then when the thing goes down, they will end up selling. And all the way to the top. We know this happened in 2017. It will happen again. Already happened with a lot of people who were gambling on stocks, on crypto, and etc. So the bottom line of this, for this example, the guy sold at 50 and had to watch the thing going up all the way to, this is $900 before the split. If you guys remember the split, Tesla was trading above the $2,200 from a 50 exit plan. Imagine, folks. Imagine making such awful and dumb mistake. Everything is fine till the worst thing happen. And what is the worst thing to happen now? Falling into such a plan, which is not a plan at all. This is actually dumb as you guys know it. So now let's take another example, a look on another example. Let's say which one we could take a look? Ford? No, not Ford. It must be a bullish one. So let's go into another bull, Palladium. I don't even remember the ticker. I believe it's this one. So just a second, folks. hold your hats and cool your jets. I just have to make sure I am not going to share anything that is not public. Okay. Second. So this is the almighty Palladium. And now let's take a look on, let's say, right here. At a bottom. Let's start from a bottom, right? Or no? Let me see if there is validation for this guy. No, not the best scenario. This one would be too savage, too wild. Well, let's take a look at it. That's the first time I'm looking with this perspective. So as you guys can see, there is no relevant behavior above the 100. Nothing special. Only here we had some activity which was after, if I'm not wrong, the crash on the C19 event. You guys remember better. But let's take a look on a micro perspective. Because we know they don't use such charts. They never do. They showed. Let's go into smaller time frames because you guys remember I explained this. If you look into the 5-minute chart, you will find whatever target you want. 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hours. You can call anything. Anything will be hit, you know? So that's why their targets are useless, are not accurate. So let's jump into this guy right here. Yes. Oh, and by the way, not long ago, I tried a long. If I'm not wrong, was around this range right here. I was right about the direction. It has been a long time since I traded Palladium, and I end up liquidated. Yes, I lost a trade, which is something common for traders. That is nothing special. But I was right about the direction. But after that loss, I gave up on Palladium and went back to gold and silver, etc. But that's the kind of pain that you can endure before you are right. And those people, why they never talk about this? Again, because they don't trade, they don't participate in the markets, they don't suffer, they don't struggle, they don't feel it. They never wake up, oh, I'm happy today because I made a nice trade or I catch a nice move. And they are never sad because they lost, they were wrong. It's just the entertainment industry. Entertaining people, making money from videos, not participating, and pretending to be like a big deal on technical analysis, which is a complete joke. But yeah, so let's take a look on this guy right here. Back in the day, I made a video about it and we were right here, but we didn't have a clear call here, whatever. Actually, we had, I don't remember, but yeah, that is a good bullish setup here. That's not the point here. So let's take a look on the tool they are using to make predictions. Yes, predictions. So whatever the range is, you can be right anytime you want. That's not the purpose of this tool. Again, this tool is used to measure what happened, to get clues, to have a better understanding, to have technical evidence, to buy or to short or to long, whatever, to sell. That's the purpose, to measure something that already happened. Now let's take another look on, let's go for XRP. Because now, thank God, just a second, please. I just have to make sure I'm not going to share private stuff. All good, all good. Let's go back. Yes. Oh, yes. And finally we have all the data for XRP, or almost all the data. And this is amazing. This is nice. I made a video for the people on the Champions Club. Named, the name is funny, is XRP, the Da Vinci Code. Which again, to talk about again possible scenarios. We are not looking at targets because targets are complicated. You can expect something that may not happen, or you can look for something. The $50 on Tesla, for example, you can have a target, a plan for 50, and then you miss all the way to the 2000s. So for example, silly people are going to say, well, I sold at 50, but then I come back again. But why this is silly? Because what is an exit plan? What people say they are going to do is different from what they do. Those folks at the exit plan, they are going to get that money, retire, buy a house, buy a Lambo, buy a boat, buy whatever they want, whatever, make a car collection, whatever. They will be out the market. And after they are out, they don't have liquidity. They don't have options anymore to go back into the market. But even if they go back, they will have to buy at premium ranges or suffer from anxiety, suffer from the mistake, So imagine selling at $50 and watch the thing go up to the 2000s. Imagine. So always pay attention to what people say and what they do. Because when they say, this is my exit plan, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. The thing not happening, they will say, oh no, I will wait with cash in hand, just in case the thing continues. Bullshit. That's not what they do. And most people who are saying this, they never had this the opportunity to do such a thing before. Most of them is on their first ride, the first trip, and they don't have the knowledge or the psychological capacity to do so. Some of us who are for a long time in the market, we struggle. Sometimes we struggle. We have doubt. We have uncertainty. It happens with everybody. So XRP have all the data now, and this is fantastic. So let's take a look here. Some of them are calling for here 10. Some are calling for 13. Some are calling for 20. And some are calling for $30. And some, the silly Joes, are calling for what? No, it can happen. It will never happen. That's not possible. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. They know less than people who just joined the market. That's the truth. They know nothing. They are only good at throwing things from their hats, you know. They have no idea. And if you say something to them which breaks their narrative, they are going to offend you because they don't have any technical argument to say you are wrong. So that's how it works. So now imagine, folks. Let's take a quick look here. Let's use the same tools they are using, which, by the way, this is going to become very popular. They don't understand it, and they will make all sorts of predictions and fortune teller things and stuff and calls around it because they have no idea. But let's go. And by the way, back in the day, a long, long time ago, I shared my perspectives, different possible scenarios, price forecasts for XRP. I talked about, people kept asking, when will you sell? When you plan to sell? I said, around 50, 300 is a nice spot. But I'm really not going to sell everything at 50. I'm actually not planning to sell anything till a specific time frame of years. I'm looking for years, not price, folks. I'm not looking for 50, 30, 100, 150, 200. I'm looking for years. You know, you guys remember the sun cycle? I am looking for years. Years is what matters for me. I don't want to be the silly Joe who are going to sell almost everything at $50. Okay? On Tesla. Sorry. Just a second. So, now let's take a look on the past. Of course, you guys know I don't like the approach cycle. I don't like it because we have trends. We have a bull trend or a bear trend. That's it. Everything else is continuation. It's bullish continuation or bearish continuation. You guys remember back in the day, Mr. Hackett Up was saying, no, because this happened in the past, this will happen in the future on the same way. And people have been wrong time and time again, over and over and over, following this cycle bullshit. And back in the day, I said, this is not accurate. I knew the guy was a fraud when he was expecting for 1 and 5 minutes confirmations. Total garbage. Total garbage. And after a long period of time, people came to understand that it was bullshit. Okay? So, just because we had something in the past doesn't mean it will happen again in some way in the future. And this is the fact. The market makers are not fool to give money away in an easy way to people. Okay? But after this event, he created a whole generation of clueless people on technical analysis, which he called this. Back in the day, he said to me, this is not technical analysis. This is psychoanalysis. Folks, that's utter trash. You know, that's total bullshit. And today, you guys know it's a total fraud. So let's take a look at it. Let's go. Right now, there is a guy saying that we are going to wave 5. I think it's on this range, which is total garbage. It's not accurate. There is no technical validation. Elliott waves doesn't match this scenario. Total trash. if we apply, so again, remember, we are talking about inside behavior. Okay, inside behavior. Now let's look on the same thing using the same methodology back in the day. There is a long wick here, a long tail. If the guy was calling for a inside wave 5, the target, that's why this is dangerous, folks. This is very dangerous. Let's say it would be around here. Yes, that's fair because their noob targets are close. So it would be around here. And without any strong sell, some folks would hold to the big drop because this dropped from 39 around 11 cents. Let me see. 12. Yes, 12 cents, folks. So imagine during all this pain from 39 to 12 cents. And this was before swell back in the day. Folks excited calling for moon, swell, moon, just like crypto bull, which is always wrong, back and forth since years, calling for moon, always wrong. And yeah, whatever. And a lot of people, folks, a lot of people back in the day, I was there, I was trading and also had my long-term investment. A lot of people were exchanging their XRP, moving to other coins, shit coins that were pumping. And by the time XRP made this move, imagine from 11 cents, 12 cents, sorry, to $3, a lot of people were out. And a lot of them came back with their profits from the other coins, tokens, and jumping in late in the game. And some of them end up holding from the very top to today. Some of them sold with a loss and bought other coins and popular tokens. And it is what it is. We know how this story ended up. I shared this on Twitter, but let's take a look at this again. So this is what they're calling the fifth, the wave number 5, or something closer to it, which again, there is no technical evidence, and what they are giving is completely wrong. I explained this already. But yes, so the target. So let's take a look here. What number they are using? A number on the 400% house, which is right here. That's between close to $6,000 and $582. So back in the day, when people were talking about $589, no, that's not possible. No, that's not going to happen. That's impossible. The market cap bullshit. Oh. But now today, using this very tool in a way they want, not how the tool was intended to be used. Now the 400% it's correct. So it's hypocrisy, folks. Hypocrisy. They don't know what they are doing. They have no idea. That's why they keep changing things, because they need more videos. They have to keep going the videos. And when people call them out, oh, they have to make a different video, bring something different, things that people have no idea. That's how it works. But so, XRP stopped on the 227 range. Again, nobody not a single soul back in the day was expecting or nailed such target. Not a single soul. Because this is not used to call targets. This is not a limitator. That's not how it works. We use this after the thing happened to take a look and observe, oh, okay, so this is where we stop it. We have X sizing move, X percentage. Now let's look at it. Let's place Fibonacci. Let's measure. Let's take a better look. Let's try to have a better understanding to have a better idea about possible behavior in new waters. That's how it works. It is what it is, folks. That's the whole idea behind it. And the proof, let's not be hypocrites. I believe this is the word, sorry. Hypocrisy. Let's try to leave this, because some of them will say, oh, I will sell right here. Lie. Because if this is true, oh, I will sell right here is the first one. Oh, no. Actually, I will sell here. Oh, no. I will sell here. Oh, no. Here? No. Here? Kaput. No hypocrisy. This tool is used to measure things that already happen, like Elliott waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We measure after it happened. That's the purpose of the tool. And now, I shared this long ago. I made at least 3 videos about this before the Champions Club born, before I created the Champions Club. And so this thing was public long ago, and a few people was saying that I never talked about a price range or X price, and this is not true. I talked about this many times, and I said $300. It's way possible. It's conservative. $100, $300, $500 are conservative value targets. Let's say targets. Sorry, my English. I don't remember the word. So all those are conservative targets, but they are not going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month. Things take time to develop, to play out. That's a bullish trend. XRP will keep going up. And these are the early stages of bull breaks. You know, it's a little child. When people start to talk about limitations, targets on early stages of bull breaks, expansions, market growth, price appreciation, new orders, they have no idea what they are talking about. No idea. For the average Joe, they will look at me and say, well, Wilster, you are arrogant. You know, you keep bashing people. Folks, it is not about what I think. It is not about bashing people. For example, me and a few others that you know, trade for a living, we do our stuff. We understand the fundamentals about technical analysis. We look at those folks, those claws, and we laugh. We laugh loud, folks. But the average people who follow those guys, why they follow those guys? Because they talk about moon, they bring honey into their predictions, and people love it. It's like the daily dose of opium. But for us, it's we only laugh about it. So, for example, and by the way, the Champions Club is closed. No new members are allowed. I'm not trying to promote the Champions Club. Someone who joined the Champions Club 1 month ago already have a understanding about Elliott waves. Already know how to use Elliott to make money. But all those people, oh, sorry, and this guy who just joined will look at the zigzag bullshit, folks, and say, oh, now I understand why Wilson say that's completely wrong. It's a fraud. It's a mess. So I am not going to make those things public. You guys know the reason. They are going to steal it right away. They are going to say they developed it, they created, they understand it better than anyone. They will never say they were wrong, and we keep going with their bullshit. So why would I make all the things that I developed, all the other things that I learned with other top professional traders? Why? Of course I won't. They don't do this. I'm not going to do this. You know? So like my friend August said, his family back in the day was in the mining stuff in the United States, you know, where you find a gold mine or a silver mine. The rule number one, you are never going to tell to everybody that you find a gold mine. People who are lazy, people who don't want to work, people who doesn't care about your hard work, about what you do, they will never value your efforts, and they are going to rush into it and steal everything they can while you are sleeping. It is what it is, folks. You guys know better. So now let's take a look here. It's so I can undo my config to show what they are talking about. But I believe you guys saw on Twitter, I made a comparison with my setup and their setup. Their setup have the Fibonacci tool is broken. That's why they found the $13 target, which is in the house of the 400%. So now let's take a look on this in a video and me explaining. So let's use the halfway here, halfway, which is 35, no, it's way more. It's 353,000. This is wild, right? But not saying this is going to happen, just acknowledging the range they are talking about. And this is nothing new. Back in the day, I talked about this. And by the way, XRP behaved just like gold back in the day. Played out smoothly. And back in the day, I made a video talking about looking for more evidence. And XRP played in a nice way. And guess what happened right after? The claptrap Russia to make a video comparison, but using Ethereum and Silver. The same way. But yeah. So this is the right approach. This is the right way to look at it. And guess what? They were looking at it, if I'm not wrong, with their broken tool right here. And their broken tool returned something like this. Let's see if, oh, damn, not this. So let's see if this is possible. I don't think so, but just for you guys to have an idea. Okay, so it's close. Close to the $10 and also close to the 13 and whatever. 13, and let's use the 30 as well. So they are using wrong fundamentals, a broken tool, and all the three rushed to call for targets on XRP. What's the problem on this? People who are not aware with technical analysis, people who are looking for guidance, people who are looking for help are going to do what? Fully trust or follow those ideas. And that's when all the problem with people losing money start. So why I'm pissed off about those people? I actually don't give a damn about what they are doing. You know, I really don't care because those people don't care about learning. They rather get $5,000 and buy a car or, buy whatever, but they never are interested to learn. And they keep creating content that will mislead people. And those people who are looking for hope, they will feel emotionally attached to these people and will defend them to death, even if they are wrong. That's why we have a cult of people who can't fight technical arguments. So they are going to curse you, call you bad names, and will never acknowledge the fundamentals you are throwing right on their faces. That's why a lot of people hate me. Say I am arrogant. I am not arrogant. I am trying to help people who have no idea about technical analysis. By following clueless people, nothing good is going to happen, So just an idea. Back in the day, and even today, people say, whoa, he's very accurate. He's kind of a big deal. The folks said the dollar would collapse, the dollar went up. The folks said XRP would to the moon on the before swell, and XRP kaput. The dude said gold would go to moon. Gold collapse. Silver to moon. Silver collapsed. But of course, they will never mention such episodes because sounds bad. But yeah, so this is the wrong fundamentals they are using, and the exit plan. Oh, which should be called the racket plan. And soon, a lot of people will understand why it is a racket plan. So one of the reasons people will have a fear and doubt. They will have no idea what will be happening on new waters, under price discovery. And not long ago, I said that we would be the only ones able to chart and have a better understanding of price behavior on new waters. And this is a fact. This is no joke. People in the Champions Club and a few other friends outside the club know it by a matter of fact. It's real. It works. It is there. Sorry, folks. And all those people can confirm what I'm saying here. Okay. And so what is going to happen here is that people are going to sell their coins, and right after they will have to watch XRP keep going up. That's how it is going to happen. One of the reasons, folks, 10, 13, 20, 15, 30, it's very close to the previous high. It doesn't match market growth, market expansion, fundamentals around XRP, XRP ecosystem, XRPL, supply and demand, all those things that the naysayers, we always rush to say that's not possible. A thing that they don't understand, when they talk about market cap, it's locked numbers. You have X number of coins, X price, and a locked number. When we have supply, demand, utility, all those things, the numbers keep increasing and keep changing. And the fundamentals of this engine changes, especially with ODL and all the things that we're talking about. So they can understand it because they can see. And they can see because they are looking at racket fundamentals, things that are not real. And the sad thing is, back in the day, people said Amazon will never reach 10, 100, 1000. Bitcoin will never reach 10, 100, 1000. Ethereum will never reach 10, 100, 1000. And all those people were racket and wrong all the way. First, they make the mess, and then they disappear. They just, they disappear. But the damage is done. People will have to FOMO in and have fear, and anxiety will kick in, will blow the sky. Folks, that's what pisses me off. People who follow clueless TA guys end up in a bad spot. That's what pisses me off. They being wrong back and forth, I don't give a damn. I don't care at all. So that's the whole point around it. I'm no savior. I'm not the good Samaritan. I am not the perfect guy, the paladin of justice. No, I am not. I am a guy who enjoys the night. I like black and black things. I have a shady perspective of things. The culture I live, things here are harsh. They are hard. We hate wrongdoers, claptraps, those dumb, stupid people who pretend to know what they're doing, but they have no clue, and they end up misleading a lot of people. We, in my culture, we don't like those people. We really don't like them. And so this strong reaction you see in me is just my cultural, let's say, perspective, our behavior, cultural behavior. Back in the day, I had a conversation with a guy from Northern Europe, the far north. And he said, well, I don't like your approach. You calling people, you're saying this, you're saying that. It is not fair, Here's the thing. This guy lives a soft life. There is no struggle there. There is no problem there. There is not a lot of thieves and wrongdoers and claptraps and murderers and thieves and liars there. In my culture, we have a lot of thieves, liars, wrongdoers, pedos, all sorts of bad people. We have a lot here in the country I live. And by the way, don't ask where I live. Most of you guys know already. I really don't like to talk about it. Just a second, please. My throat's killing me. So it's a cultural thing. It's in my blood. We don't tolerate such things, behavior. And again, we are not paladins, are justice paladins, paladins of justice. Far, far away from it. Nobody's perfect. From time to time, we help people, we do what we can. But again, folks, I enjoy black. I enjoy the night. There is people who love white, who love the day, but I'm not perfect. Far from it. I had a bad experience in the past. I wasn't the person I am today. But this is not related to the market and stuff. I never run a Ponzi or never did things to mislead people, perhaps that's one of the reasons I hate it so much. People who are scamming, people who are lying, people who are misleading others, they don't care about the truth. They don't care. Okay. So this being said, their targets are not valid. It's wild. It's complicated. So again, folks, anyone calling for targets on XRP. So what we have? We have a bull market. XRP is in a bull trend. Okay, forget the cycle bullshit. It's bullish. There is bullish continuation. It's a bullish trend. Why would we calling for targets in something that will keep making price discovery? But in the other hand, let's be fair. If such price or such range would make you a millionaire and you can retire and you will be fine. Nice, fantastic, amazing. Nice, perfect. But if you find yourself in a situation that you are going to sell Tesla at $50 and be concerned and scared to death and being exploding in anxiety to see the thing going up to 2000, then you are doing it wrong or you have no idea what you are doing. Okay, so folks, this is a long video already. I am with a head hash already. I have to use my medication. I'm still with a lot of pain in my back. I will have to see the doctor again. This lockdown bullshit was not healthy for me at all. I can tell you this. I was having a bad time with anxiety. I never been so sick in my whole life after this bullshit started. And yeah, so whatever. Just sharing my 2 cents. And oh, I really have to rest. And yeah. So folks, if you can afford, look for a financial advisor. This guy can help you. This guy can give you a better perspective. You can learn something new. You can learn something amazing from these guys. I am not a financial advisor. Okay, I can help you. I won't say to you, do this, do that. I'm not qualified to do this. Those guys, they spend a lot of time researching, learning, into school. Yeah, but so. And by the way, a financial advisor, even not the better one or the best one, will be 1,000 years ahead of Barbies, Backers, Level Ups, and all those folks. Okay, by far, by far. If the guy, even if the guy charges $500 an hour, it's a big deal. Okay, and by the way, I'm not sponsoring anyone. I don't know any financial advisor in your location. So just be honest, because back in the day, when a guy said to me, "Yo, you are doing this wrong. It's messed up. You have no idea." And so I said, "Could you please show me?" And then he said, "Okay, but you have to pay." I said, "Okay, fine." And then that's when I realized it. All those things that I thought I believe it was right, they were wrong. And I said, okay, I have to stop everything, study this, jump into this, to then have a different perspective. And that's exactly when my life changed. For you guys who are not aware, I started back in 2017. Let's use the black, right? I like the black. And by the way, the colors I like are not related or correlated with Black Lives Matter or racist movements or people who are literally racist, you know. Uh, in my opinion, those people, they are the racists, you know. But this is only my 2 cents. The best way to forget this topic is by not talking about this. That's the best approach. Exploiting this to create a problem, it's not going to fix the problem, only make the problem worse. Because what the left want, it's social engineering, race against race, poor against rich, healthy against uh, uh, sick people. So they want the classes fighting each other while they keep going with their power uh, agenda. But only my 2 cents. So it's not about gender or race or whatever. Just for guys to have this in mind. It's more deeper than that. So I could retire. So 2094. So I could retire around the December. Yeah. So around the December 2020. So I could retire. So if some of you don't know, but I started right after recognizing I was wrong, doing the wrong thing. I started with 007 Satoshis and I made 55 Bitcoins, around 55. I sold between 17K and $21,000. Some folks said that I was stupid, wrong, but I used all those money, all those profits. Sorry guys, my throat's killing me. To buy XRP around 26 and 22, 23 cents. But I already had my long-term investment. So all the money from this side, from what I made by trading, imagine 26 and 23, let's say 24. 24, 48, 96, 192, that's 400% already. And Bitcoin went up 300% after price discovery. And XRP still don't have price discovery. So this is one of the reasons I was talking back in the day that Bitcoin has a poor ROI compared with other coins, and especially XRP has the best ROI in the market today. Of course, I wasn't sharing this stuff. I don't like to talk about this. But just for you guys to have an idea who is the fool and who is the smart guy. I'm not saying the smart as a smart guy, just saying what I did. I had an idea, I had a perspective, and I made a move based on all those fundamentals, all those things. You guys remember when that video about the XRP price protection theory? People were calling for 6 cents based on RSI, moving average, zigzag bullshit, this and that, and I was buying. Okay, so just for guys to have an idea what I did, why I did it, and why I follow my strategy way based on what I know. I don't follow other people's idea. I already had this experience back in the past, and it was painful. Yes, I had my experience following others, and it was painful. So yeah. So I'm going to retire late July, this August. I will still around, but not like I am today. What I want people happy. I want people making amazing profits. I just don't want to see people selling and watching XRP keep going. That's the only thing I want. That's it. It's not about me. It's about others. And that's it. Someone is calling. So guys, sorry this is a long video. I hope the things we talked here can bring some light, can explain some things, can help you in some way. Actually, we talked about a lot of things, And I really hope this can help you somehow, or maybe improve your skills, or whatever you're looking to do. And again, thank you for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your support as well. I'm making these videos because you guys are asking for it. Okay, I'm not making this for entertainment or to make money on YouTube or to make a living from these videos, as you guys know. And yeah, so I really hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are having a great time with your friends, with your family. I hope you guys are happy with your profits. And yeah, I believe this is it. So soon I will make a video to talk about XRP possible scenarios again. And then we are going to take a look on multiple perspectives like I did back in the day. But again, 50, 100, 300 are very conservative for XRP. Just like I talked about back in the day. My numbers, the numbers I believe, still the same. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed is the time frame of things. We had the C19 dump in the markets, the crash. Then we had the trial, which things that were not expected and delayed the whole thing. Okay, so that's it. Sorry for anything. I'm not making these videos for amusement. So just my 2 cents about it. So thanks again. I will see you guys soon and see ya.